Hi again. We are now going to practice shading with white charcoal on black paper. We will create a value scale, a gradient, and a cube. This time we will shade in the lights and use the black paper as our darkest value. First, you will draw the grid for your value scale. You will have 9 different value steps. Your value scale is 4.5 inches long and half an inch tall. Please mark a separate step every half inch. As you can see, I reversed the value scale, starting with the lightest value, moving to the darker values. When shading in the individual steps, everything will feel reversed to what you have done when shading with graphite pencils. You're going to start with the lightest value by using the strongest pressure. With each consecutive step, ease up the pressure to create darker values. You will notice that it is hard to create 9 distinctly different values. So do your best and don't worry if the midtones seem to be a bit too similar in value. The black of the paper in the last value step creates the darkest value. Feel free to pause the video in order to complete your value scale with quality. We're now going to shade a gradient. The dimensions are the same as for the value scale, 4.5 inches long and half an inch tall. In the gradient scale, we will not shade distinct individual value steps, but rather transition gradually from lightest values to darkest values by easing up the pressure. Similar to our previous exercise, we are going to draw a cube. Remember, when you shift from one side to the next, you have to shift the value as your light source will affect each side of your cube differently. First, we are again drawing the outline of the cube using 1-point perspective. Please use a ruler for all the sides. You begin by drawing the front side of your cube. Each side of your square is 1.5 inches. Second picture. Then we are going to make the cube look 3D. Draw a little X in the right top corner. This is going to be your vanishing point. With a ruler, connect each corner to the vanishing point. Image 3. Finish the cube by using lines parallel to the front side. Add a light source and lay in the shape of the cast shadow. The location of the light source determines the values, the lights and darks of the individual sides of your cube and your cast shadow. Please label all the values. So here you have the lightest value and the darkest value and the midtone. Now we're going to shade in the 3 different values for each of the sides. In our case, the light is coming from the left. Therefore, our top side is the lightest. I'm going to shade it all the way white. The side facing us, the front of the cube, has a medium value. The side opposite from the light source is the darkest, casting a shadow onto the surface the cube is sitting on. As we don't want to have the dark of the cast shadow disappear on the black paper, we need to add a little bit of a lighter value around the cube. The best way to create a surface is to create a surface that the cube is sitting on. When you look at the finished image on the left, it looks like the cube is sitting on a tabletop. Feel free to stop the video to finish your drawing. Please photograph your sketchbook page and submit your drawings in the evaluation Google Doc. Make sure all parts are labeled.